Action.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi.
How are you guys?
I'm good.
Nice to see you. Hi, Max.
Do you remember Max?
I do. He came in last year. I do remember him.
Can you believe
How
he's
are you?
4 now?
I know. He's growing up so fast.
He sure is.
So I hear he's been sick, though.
Well, remember last time we talked about him having, I guess you called it asthma?
Yeah.
Well, he's sort of started having that again.
Okay.
And I know you gave me that inhaler to use, but I just feel so uncomfortable about it. And so anyway, I just thought it would be better because I could sort of hear that sound again to bring him in and have you take a look at him.
Absolutely. I'd be happy to check him out today. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you've been hearing? Since you say you've been hearing that noise again?
Well, just I guess a couple of days ago, something like that, because Max is so active, and he's always playing.
Running, jumping.
He just didn't seem quite his usual, and he started having like a little cough, kind of like a little cough.
Dry cough, or is he coughing anything up?
No, like a little, almost like a little, I don't know, like something was bugging him or tickling him, and a little bit of, I don't know, but then he's making that sound, like the wheezing sound. And then at first it wasn't really noticeable, but kind of since last night, more noticeable. And so I thought, I looked at Max and I said, you know what, we need to go to see, to have you get checked.
Absolutely. Has he had any upper respiratory type symptoms? Any runny noses, watery eyes, itchy eyes at all, or?
Maybe a little bit, so sometimes I wonder if he has a little bit of an allergy, and usually around this time of year I notice that he gets a little bit, and
remember that.
And we were at the park, how he loves to go to the park and play, so maybe, it's just hard to keep track of everything lately. He's so active. And
has he complained about any sore throat or your ears at all hurting?
No.
At 4, he can be vocal, but sometimes when they're not feeling well, they don't tell you. So
no, he's just busy. He's busy. He likes to play, and he just didn't eat as much as he normally does, and he just
not as good.
Yeah. So and it was mostly that sound that I heard. So.
Sure. Has he complained about any nausea or vomited at all?
No.
Okay. And his bowel movement's okay? Urine output's okay? He's still going to the bathroom as often as he was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Now he's sort of starting to want a little bit of privacy sometimes, but which 4 years old, can't believe that.
I know.
He's 4 going on 21,
He's so handsome too.
Thank you.
All right, well, let me just go ahead and check him out real quickly and then see where we're going. But it sounds like this might be just, an exacerbation of his asthma, and we'll talk about that medication that you said you were having some concerns about, okay?
Okay.
So, Max, I'm just going to check your eyes out. Can you look at me real quickly? Okay.
He just loves you.
Oh, he's such a sweet, sweet kid. Look in your ears. All right. Let me just go ahead and look at the other one. All right. Let me go ahead and look in your nose. All right. And can you say ah? Can you say ah? I'll check your throat out real quickly. Well, you don't want to behave today.
This is the part that
I know. Okay, that's okay. It looks clear. All right. So let me go ahead and just listen to his heart and lungs real quickly and see.
Okay.
Because if you can hear wheezing on your own without a stethoscope, I imagine that he's pretty tight on the inside.
Yeah.
So let's just listen to the heart. His heart sounds great. Go ahead and take a nice deep breath for me, Max. Again. Okay.
Can you hear it?
I do. He's really, really tight. So I do think that I can hear on both sides when he exhales, that what we call wheezing. So basically his tubes in his lungs are really, really tight, and so it doesn't allow the air to flow, because whatever may be the trigger, whether it be the springtime and the allergens in the air. Do you have any pets at home?
We have a little dog.
You do? Okay.
Mhm.
That could also be an issue in carpeting, can collect a lot of dust. So there are several things that can trigger this for him, but
Okay.
I wanted to talk to you about that medication. So what we prescribed before, and what I think you should also give him again, we want to give him again, is what's called albuterol. Is that the one
Yeah.
that you
I
were
do
familiar with?
remember, and you gave me that thing.
Yes, so that's the chamber, is a spacer,
or something
exactly.
like that to
Because
use
what
with him.
exactly? Because what happens is when you shake this little guy up and you spray it and you just open your mouth, at I think it's at like 90 miles an hour, the medication is going and hitting the back of the throat, but you don't absorb it all, you don't inhale it all. So it's this chamber that you attach to it, you spray it, and all the medication stays in the chamber, and then that gives him a chance, and this is for adults too, to inhale twice and hold it for a second and let it go, and then clear the chamber again, and that way you can get all the medication and it all gets into the lung. So that's an important method to get the medication so that it actually works for him. Otherwise, he's not getting.
Yeah, he's actually surprising for being 4.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually pretty good at it, and
Yeah.
he doesn't really fight me. I just worry because, you know, he's only 4,
Mhm.
and you hear all these, you know, people saying you shouldn't be giving your child all these medications, and you know, you go on the websites, and then some of my friends are like, why are you giving Max medicine?
Yeah.
And so it's a
valid
little
concern.
scary.
I can understand, it's a valid concern. You're a mom, you care about your son. That's obvious and appreciated, but do know that that's why I'm here, so you can ask me these questions and share your concerns with me so I can give you the right information and make sure you understand why we prescribe what we prescribe and how we do it, and then what we expect to change. So we want him to be able to breathe better, and that's my number one concern for him. You know, breathing, your lungs are vital organs, and imagine how he feels. It's kind of like breathing through a coffee straw with your nose plugged, if you think about it. That's pretty difficult, and we want him to not get distressed and to not have any symptoms that will bring him to the emergency room. So that's why we set up that asthma action plan last time.
I know.
So you can recognize.
Now I feel really bad.
No, I don't want you to feel bad, but that's why you're here, because you care, and that's, you know, why we're having this discussion, is so everybody's on the same page.
I mean, I really care about him,
I
you know, and
know.
I just, yeah,
know.
see, he just doesn't quite
You
feel
know, it
himself.
looks like he's sleepy, but you know, this will make him feel better. It's, you know, may make his heart rate race a little bit, but that's completely normal. It stimulates all aspects of the heart and the lungs, so that's what we want. But he'll be able to breathe, and that's the number one thing.
Okay.
So we don't want him to be distressed.
It's okay to use it 3 times a day.
Yes, as prescribed.
When he's bad.
Exactly.
Like he is, like
when
you
he's
told me.
coughing and wheezing that way, we don't even want him to get to that point. But if you notice him start coughing a little bit more, that's when you want him to take this up to 3 times a day. 2 puffs 3 times a day of the albuterol. And
but it's not something, if I remember correctly, you said I only have to use it when he's having symptoms.
Exactly.
It's not like I have to use it every day.
Correct. It's this type of season when you start noticing the cough. Now, if you're using it and it's more than twice a week, I want to know, because that may mean that we need to either adjust the medication or add something new. And I don't want you to be concerned about the medication again, because it's not going to stunt his growth. It's not something he becomes addicted to. This is just something to relieve the problem that's going on with the tight airways. We need him to breathe.
Okay.
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 Do you have any more questions about the medication?
No. In the past, you know, he's used a little bit of that allergy stuff, the Claritin.
Mm-hmm.
Should I add a little of that to it?
Let's try the albuterol right now. The Claritin, you know, if you start noticing him sneezing, watery eyes, itchiness, if he tells you that his throat's bothering him, then that might be a time to use it. But for now, this is strictly just his lungs that need to be treated, so we can go ahead and just stick with the albuterol. But if you notice those symptoms, or if he's talking to you and telling you that this is going on, then
Okay.
because he's 4 years old, he can tell you some things.
Oh, he talks a lot.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's being so quiet today.
And one other thing I might recommend is, because I know he had his flu vaccine this year, awesome, but I would recommend a pneumococcal vaccine to prevent him getting pneumonia.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So that's my
Sorry,
recommendation.
Max.
I'll give you a little shot, but you should be okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so
All right.
much. And I'll refill your prescription for the albuterol. Make sure you do have the chamber at home.
I do.
Okay.
I do. Should I call you tomorrow?
Yeah, you know, let me know,
should
because
I
he's
do?
still coughing and wheezing. Give it to him today 3 times. Tomorrow, if he's not any better, especially if he's worse, but if he's not any better, I want you to call me. If he's getting better, then we're on the right track. And then if by any means he shows any sign of distress after using the albuterol, I want you to go to the emergency room and call me.
Okay.
Okay? And
I
we'll
feel
follow up.
really bad now. I should have.
Mm.
But you
No,
know,
please don't feel bad.
we're just. It's just scary being a mom.
I
you
can
know?
imagine. I
It's
can
just-
imagine. These are precious
Sometimes
little
there are times we
babies.
just don't know.
I know. I
And
know.
so,
They're your
okay.
little ones, but
Okay.
our job as a team is to protect them, and so that's why we're working together. And I'm glad you brought them in today.
All right. So my
Okay.
asthma action plan, that'll be perfect.
Yes.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you so
It's a
much.
pleasure to meet or to
I
see you
do.
again. Bye, Max. It was good to see you too. I hope you feel better.
Says bye.
Bye, sweetheart. I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
All right.
Don't hesitate to call if you have any other questions.
Okay. I'll let you know how he's doing
Okay.
tomorrow.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.